Hey guys, it's Kelly. Welcome back to my channel. Today is day 4 of 5 with the bargain bead box for August of 2026. Saguaro, I think that's how you pronounce it. Sunset. I was pronouncing it Saguaro, but it's Saguaro, I think. So yeah, it's I have a coupon code BNJ2 for $2 off your first box with them. The boxes are $24.99 a month, and they're usually priced at $60 a month. This one was priced at $90.79. There's 21 pieces in it, 21 little bags of beautiful goodies, and they did such a great job this month. So for this one, I'm adding my seed bead of choice is blue, opaque blue, and my copper, or my bronze. I use these a lot. I have like 4 of these, I think, so I never run out. And yeah, so I ended up using the blue. I love the way this turned out. And then this little charm that I added, just dropped some blue there and with the red. So I thought this turned out so pretty. So if you want to learn how to make this, then stay tuned. So this is the first half of the necklace that I did, and I will show you. I'm using the 8mm red round rainbow Jasper round beads. I used the let me make sure this is in. Okay, I'm using the wait, not that one. Sorry, the Jasper and Brass teardrop pendant. I'm using some of the rainbow Jasper faceted Hishi beads and some of the Elation agate microfaceted round beads. Now, for my color of choice, because I always have to have a color of choice, I decided to go with the 6.0 bead opaque dark blue. And I love the way the blue looks with the red Jasper and the copper. I'm also using the 11.0 seed beads or bronze. It looks like copper to me. Copper and bronze are, you know, they look the same to me. Then I have 23 inches of this Beadalon bronze wire, if you need to screenshot that. And then I have 2 clamshell covers, 2 crimp beads, 2 jump rings, and the lobster clasp. So, let me make sure that I am, okay. So, I'm going to get some of the bronze ones out, and then I will show you my little plan. This is tutorial 4 out of 5 for the bargain bead box for August of 2026. And what I did, let me clip this just so it stays. So what I did was I also took a little head pin, and I just made a tiny little charm to dangle from it, because I wanted to have a little bit of, let me get this right here. I wanted to have a little bit of blue dangling from this as well against the red copper in this. So let's see, we need to get a few of these out. I already have some out. Yeah, I already have some of these. That should be enough. Okay. When they're real tiny like this, I like to keep them on their strand, because then I got the Hishi beads. I know I have some off already, but let's get some there. We can always get more. Oh, trying to keep my workstation clean here. Okay, so now we're going to start. So what I did was I did the red round Jasper, and then I did a Hishi bead, a blue bead, a bronze bead, the, what are these called? The Elation bead, then the bronze bead, blue he, she, and then the red round bead again. So what I did was underneath this bail, I took 3 of the tiny 11 copper ones, and I put them underneath there, just so that they would be underneath the bail, and that way none of the the wire would show. So we're just going to go ahead and keep doing this pattern. So I have the red bead. I'm going to go with the he, she bead, a blue, a copper, and I did want the Elysian beads to be a different one each time. So some are a little grayer, you know, some got a pinkish hue to them, as George Costanza would say. Oh, okay, I'm a Seinfeld fan, so. Okay, and then we go with the red one. So it's a fairly easy combination, but I love that blue. I just love that pop of blue in here. So we're going to do this again. We're going to do the red, the blue, the copper, or bronze. I keep calling it copper. And then that bead, the bronze, the blue, the red, and then this one. So I ended up using 11 of these red round beads on each side. I have one more tutorial. I'm saving the best for last. It's it's a really cool piece of jewelry. I'm pretty much done with it. I'm going to finish the work on it today because it's kind of different from, I think, anything I've ever done. So I figured I would save that for last. And then this. So now we're going to do this again. Some of these are stuck together. Do the red, blue, bronze, Asian, bronze, blue, and red. Hope everybody's having a good weekend. It is actually Sunday morning, and I'm working in my bead room. I haven't been in here in a couple days, and I just missed my beads. Okay, so now we're doing the darker ones now. So pretty. Let me know down in the comments what you think of the blue in this. Okay, I think I'm going to have to get more of the he, she beads out. Yeah, I have to get a few more of them out. This one looks like it's got a little... Oh, no, it doesn't. I thought it had a little crack and it doesn't. Okay. Oh, wrong bag. Here's the he, she beads. Okay. So we're going to do that, the blue, and copper. This is, I'm trying to make some of my tutorials easier than other ones. So if you're new to beading, you know, this is an easy way to start. And the bargain bead box is great for that because you get a lot for your money. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we need 3 more sections. So we need the red, blue, bronze, bronze, blue, red, and that. Yeah, I love this color mix. And then we're doing red, blue. Oh, not two rounds, just one. They're so tiny they could just kind of sneak onto your thing if you're not paying attention. My little Piper is wide awake this morning. She sits in front of the window and she just barks at everybody that walks by. Squirrels just can't. Squirrels don't stand a chance with her, let me tell you. We finally watched, this is an interesting thing you might not know about me. So I'm born and raised in Chicago Heights, south suburb of Chicago. And we watched the Michael Jackson movie last night, finally. I was a huge fan. And if you saw it, you saw the movie, there's a spot in the movie, I'm going to put these away. There's a spot in the, part in the movie where when the Jacksons were starting out, they were at like a carnival. And it's the scene in the movie. I was actually at that carnival. I was with my parents, and I remember I was probably like 4 years old, and I was sitting up on top of my dad's shoulders. It was such a great memory of my parents, and I was sitting up on my dad's shoulders, and I remember just maybe 4 years old, maybe 5. I don't remember exactly when, and I was sitting up on my dad's shoulders and watching the Jacksons up on stage, not realizing who the Jacksons were going to turn out to be. And just thinking Michael Jackson was so cute. And it was just such a great memory, and just to watch it and to know that I was at that thing, that carnival. It was fun. Okay, so here it is. I like to hold it up just to make sure. So now we're going to start with one side. And what I like to do, I take my clamshell cover and I put it on. And I put the crimp bead on. I put the crimp bead on maybe about an inch. And then what I do, for the first side, it doesn't matter because you don't have to make sure it's tight. And I just flatten that really well. I pull on that just to make sure that it doesn't move. And then I turn this around. I could have cut myself a little more wire, but I didn't. But that's okay. So then I bring this around and I pull it down until I make sure that it's flat and it's going the same way as the clamshell cover. And then I close this up like that. Then I take this wire and I put it down into the beads. Now I try and get down at least, let me move this a little bit. I try and get down at least a couple beads just because I think it helps if the beads are moving around and stuff. Okay, so we got those. Let's see if I can get it through the bronze. Sometimes I can, sometimes I can't. Okay, it went through. Now will it go through the, oh, it's going through all of them. Okay, that's my favorite way to do it. Doesn't always turn out like that. Then I lift it up and I like to kind of circle it like that just to make sure there's no gaps. Now this is the side that matters when it comes to not having any gaps in your necklace. I put the clamshell cover on. I have the crimp bead inside of there. I try and do this so you guys can see it, but sometimes you can't. And then I reach in. Now I'm holding onto the crimp bead and I lift it up just a hair and I flatten it in there. I lifted up that hair just so that the necklace has some movement. And then I pull on that and it's not going anywhere, so I know it's secure. Then I'll take like my round nose pliers and I'll feed this back down until it just comes out somewhere. Let's see. Okay, here we go. It's coming out of the blue bead, so that's good enough for me, as long as it's in like 2 or 3 beads. And I try when I make my designs to not put really tiny beads right by it, so that I know I can go through a couple beads like that. And then I will do that. Then I will take my fingers like this and hold it, and take my cutters and go flush side down, do that. And then we have 1 jump ring. Open it up, and always make sure that your lobster clasp is working. Always check to make sure, because sometimes, you know, especially when you order them in bulk, you get a cagoots one, as we say in Italian, and then you can't use it. Or if you sell your jewelry, it doesn't work. And then you have to get it mailed back and fixed, and that's not worth it. You want your customers to be happy with your jewelry if you sell it. So, okay. So, here is the necklace. Oh, I love the way this turned out. Look at that blue. Look how pretty that blue looks on there. And that little sparkle from the Hishi bead. It's got a great look to it. And then I think this little charm it just brings that blue next to it. Because see, if you see it without that, it's a little plainer. But having that little, just that little charm right there, the 2 and then the Hishi bead, it just adds to it. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. This is number 4, and number 5 is coming. I think I'll be posting that tomorrow, and that's going to be my best one. I'm still working on that one today. I have most of it figured out, but still working on that today. If you're not familiar with Bargain Bead Box, like I said, I have a coupon code BNJ2 for $2 off your first box with them. I will leave links to everything below in the description, as well as all of my social media. And I hope you subscribe to my channel. Hit that notification bell, give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment, and even swipe and give me a hype. It really helps my channel. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate each and every one of you, and have a great day.